Is it recording?
Yes.
It does say recording. Good, we're live. And it's April 11th. Welcome to Team Tenacity's Team Call. We have a guest speaker tonight who is, you have heard from her before, but it's been a while. So Katherine is going to be talking to us tonight about branding. Real quick before we jump into her branding presentation, I just wanted to congratulate everyone that is at Success Club 2, Jackie, Hannah, Brittany, Eunice, and Terry. Woo-hoo! And actually, I'm at 0. I was at -2, and now I'm at 0, so that should count for something. I should have put it. I also wanted to give a huge shout out to Elena Tesero. And are they off? Did they jump off? Or is it just not my thing? Are they gone? Or are they there? There they are. My screen wasn't showing me everybody that was on. All right, so they actually, the coolest thing about this transformation, you guys, is that they shared it in the 80-day obsession test group with Autumn, the big one, the coach test group. And they were just showing, this is only 76 days. They're not even done, right? And they got a special little email today and asked to give their original pictures to Beachbody, and they're going to use their transformation story. So I don't know if you can see like the hard work, discipline, and they followed the meal plan to a T. They've done high fat, low carb in the past. They even gave up their bulletproof coffee, and they started eating before they worked out, and that's all new to them. I don't think they were eating that way prior to. So they're like, I just want to embrace it. And she's like, my goal was to follow it to a T and maybe get on their radar and get selected as a transformation story. So congratulations, both of you, for the hard work. Yeah. It showed. Look at her belly.
She's I know. That's kids. Amazing.
4 kids. Yeah, she looked great. Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're welcome, both of you. All right. And then I just wanted to do a live workout rockstar shout out on my team. Just love waking up in the morning. And Angel's been there too. Katherine comes in a little later, but she's there. She's showing up. And I just wanted to recognize my mom. When no one else is there, she's there. Mm-hmm. It was kind of me and her on FaceTime for, I don't know, maybe 2 months. We started doing it. We just kept saying, how cool would it be if we do a live, with more people on it? And I was like, yeah. We kept talking about it. And then we heard Chelsea Pearson's call that's what they do. They open their live Zoom call from, I think they said 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. And ours has been open. One girl's working out at 4 a.m. Central Standard Time. So if anybody's working out at 3 or 5 Eastern Standard Time, jump on with her. But not many people are up at that time. I've been jumping on at 5:30 to do my devotion and 6 working out. My mom's been working out about the same time. And then Jennifer, she jumps on anytime she can. She's a flight nurse. And so it's kind of cool to see her working out with the big helicopter behind her. She might not even had any sleep. I just wanted to give you guys a shout out and invite everybody else to this opportunity. Take this opportunity on a team call to just say, it's super simple. You mute yourself. You can unmute yourself if you want to be like, woo, go Jackie, or go Janice, or whatever. You can say good morning, and you can say I'm jumping off or whatever, but we mute ourselves so you can do your own workout, and it's just showing up. And some people, after they're done with their workout, they just stay on and do power hour. Some people jump on a little bit earlier to do their devotion. So just wanted to make sure that you guys knew that. Congratulations to the Teseros, if I'm saying your last name right, because I don't have a Spanish accent. My tongue doesn't roll.
Casero.
Stop laughing at me. All right. So stop my screen share. I used to say her first name wrong, so that's okay. At least I got Elena right. It used to be Elena. And then she finally told me, a year later that I was saying it wrong. I was all right. And she still joined our team. It's crazy. All right. So I'm going to hand the call over to our wonderful, beautiful Katherine. She has gone through so much, and I'm just so proud of her. The smile that you see on her face was not there that many months ago, and she's overcome so much. I mean, she is a young girl. I'm sorry to say that, but you are a young girl, and I've just seen you.
Compliment.
Huh?
It's a compliment.
Yes. I mean, but you've blossomed and grown so much, and God has completely transformed who you are inside and out and just brought you through that storm. And I'm just so thankful that you're back happy and whole and working out and feeling good in your own skin. And she's a type A. She's an emerald. So we are complete opposites. And I probably drive her bananas because I am all over the place. But,
Janice, what are you doing?
But she has a beautiful gift of bringing things together and making it look beautiful and pretty. And she pays a lot of attention to detail. So I know that she's got a lot to offer, and I'm just going to hand it over to you. Thank you, Katherine. Do you know how to screen share?
Well, it said that you don't allow participants to screen share, so I need you to give me access.
All right. And I don't know, where do I go for that? Does anybody know where I would go while the call is on to gain access? I don't see
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm looking for a setting inside here, and I don't see it here. Just one second.
Can you click on her picture? And there's like 3 little bubbles on mine,
Okay.
on her picture. If you click on that, I can say chat or pin video, but maybe on yours, because you're the owner,
Make host.
be another option. Yeah.
I made you a host. Now try.
Okay. Can you see my computer?
Nope, you have to hit screen share. Do you see
Here it comes.
There
Here
you
we
go.
go.
You got it.
Okay, so you can see me, and I see you guys on the side, and you see this. Okay.
Yes.
Let me see how I can do this. Okay. Okay, here it is. Yay. Okay. Can you still see me?
Yes.
Okay, so cool. So tonight I'm talking a little bit about brand recognition, and this, I didn't even, I guess, prepare or practice for it how I usually do because I get really nervous. But I feel so confident about this topic because it's worked so well for me. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but I started a whole new business from scratch with the help of a life and wealth coach. I've learned so much. I've done so many trainings, but this training it blew my mind. I had action steps, and I have now I quit my job. The first month I was working with her, I made $5,000, and I decided to take a leap of faith and just quit my job and just start this business from scratch. And God has blessed this so much. Where was I getting at? Sorry. So now I have a dog walking and pet sitting business. So during the days I'm doing visits, and then I'm also pet sitting and doing overnights and boarding in my home. So that's why you see this little cute little Frenchie, because I love Frenchies. And this pretty much represents my brand colors, my brand fonts, and I'm going to talk about all of that right now. So as you can see, the picture is very clear. It's professional. And if you ever ask yourself this question, do you ever feel like you don't stand out? Are you clear on who you are, what you do, and do you have a clear understanding of what your message is? Okay, so creating a standout social brand. Branding is what your audience says it is. Pretty clear. You must create a specific perceived emotion around your visual and written message to communicate effectively and allow your followers to understand you clearly. So you pretty much want someone to land on your page, already know what you do, because when people land on your page, you want them to know exactly what you do within the first 2 minutes. It should be very clear, and it should cause some sort of curiosity for them to stay on your page. So that's why branding is so powerful, and it's pretty much the maker of online space. The 3 C's you must have in your brand is clarity. So like I said, know who you are and what you do. So when you look at your social media pages, your website, your blog, how would a new follower or customer describe what you do? Is it clear? Do they immediately know what you're about? So, for example, if you go onto my page right now, it's pretty clear that I love dogs and that I walk dogs and that I love dogs and I care for dogs. So on the top, I know Facebook lets you write down what you do, or even your mission statement can be stated on there. When it comes to your message, you portray confidence. So this comes across when you write your post, the way you speak. I don't know if you've ever noticed when someone writes in caps, all caps, you get the feeling they're screaming at you, even though that's not their message. So that's what it means. That's what I mean when I say when it's written, because the way you write is the way that you want to be establishing a conversation to them. So when you write your posts, I know this thought comes to your mind that's like, oh, what do I post about? But it's literally like looking at your ideal client, knowing what their struggles are, knowing what they need, and then working from there. So it's like you're having a conversation with them at that moment. So consistency in your brand, your name, and your visuals. So is it easy to find? Do you have the same picture on all your social media sites, or are they different? So this helps with brand recognition, because they recognize it's your page when they search you, because you have the same picture, the same quality picture in all social media sites. Your colors, your fonts, your topics, your filters, you can even choose a filter that you really like and just stick to that filter instead of using different filters. That helps with brand recognition and consistency. So when you're going to choose your brand colors, you want to stay consistent, like I said, throughout all your social media sites, depending if you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook, if you have a blog. So you want to keep the same colors. People use color to associate with your brand. And what I recommend is to use 2 complementary colors and neutrals, like a soft gray or a white. And how do brands use color to stand out? Well, it's simple. Target, if you think of Target is red bullet. Starbucks, green mermaid. McDonald's, yellow and red. AT&T, blue and globe. Once you've selected the colors you want to use, you should copy and paste the hex color number into a document. So no matter what you're working on, you can always reference that code to get the exact color. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So this is what I mean. When you look at this pretty graphic, my colors when it comes to my business for pet sitting and dog walking is pink. Pink is one of my primary colors. So if you can see, it says feminine, love, and pretty much showing unconditional love to a pet sells what I do. So that's why I chose pink, love. I know that I portray that unconditional love to a pet. Even if it's not mine, I treat it like if it's mine. And then my second primary color is between a purplish blue, between purple and blue, so it's like a purplish blue. I have the hex color for it so I can stay consistent with it. But what I sell is royalty and trust. So it's in between royalty and trust, which is, my tagline stands for pamper your pet. So when you think of pamper your pet, you think of luxury branding, which helped me create the name Luxy Palace. So Luxy is pretty much short for luxury. So you have that high-end, high-quality care where you know your pet is in good hands. He has love, he has security, he has loyalty, which represents blue as well, and royalty, pretty much. So those 2 colors are primary ones. And then I have neutrals, which is white. Oops. You see, I'm not perfect. I messed up here. Can you guys hear me? I don't have no interaction.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, just making sure. All right, I felt like I was talking to myself for a moment.
Sorry, I muted myself. I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, okay. All right, so I suggest using default fonts that are programmed on your computer. Well, I suggest not to. Or given on programs like PicMonkey or Canva. I do recommend you download additional fonts. I copy pasted this. I often see the same fonts used over and over again. Comic Sans, Open Sans, Times New Roman. They're very popular and they just don't stand out. If you go to these sites, you will find free fonts that you can use. Font Squirrel. Here's an example of them. The font 1001 free fonts, personal, but it's important to know the difference between personal and commercial use. You have to make sure you can use it for commercial use as far as a business. And if you need help choosing fonts that you can use for business, for advertising, just let me know. Just send me a message. I do recommend professional shots. So having professional photos sets you apart. You're going to use them for ads, for websites, for social media, for everything, pretty much. Research a photographer and decide if their style vibes with your brand. Plan and test outfits prior to the day of your shoot. Research poses and take day in a life. For example, you can do a day in a life of a coach making a smoothie on your computer, hanging out in your home, being in the backyard with your dogs or your kids. Anything you do on a regular basis that kind of shows people what it's like to be a coach. And have your hair and makeup professionally done. You know, as coaches, most of the time, you don't always have makeup on because, you know, you're working out, you're working from home. But if you're going to take professional shots, I do recommend putting some makeup on and deciding what color backdrop or scout on-site locations. For example, do you want a lot of nature in your background? Does that represent your brand? You know, if you like to run or you're very outdoorsy, then going to a place where there's a lot of nature and beautiful trees and palm trees, that would be ideal. What do you want people to feel when they see you? That's something that you have to ask yourself. What do you want the first impression to be? And this is a picture that I chose for my cover photo that represents my brand because it's clear, it's clean, and it's got the color pink, which helps people feel a specific way, which is love. This is the picture. Sorry, these are social media sites that I wrote down that are doing a great job on branding and everything that I've already mentioned. And I'll show you now. And when it comes to designing your brand, I'm giving you specific steps. So I'm giving you guys homework. So I want you to ask yourself, what 4 words do you want people to use to describe your visual brand? What 4 emotions do you want people to feel about your brand? So like I was telling Jacqueline in like 2 days ago, is that what I was talking about colors. So colors, make people feel a specific way. So the more consistent you are with those colors that you choose, that you want to stick with, you will have that first impression like, wow, there's something about it that is just sells. So if you're having a hard time choosing your colors, ask yourself, what am I selling? What's the end result? What's that transformation that I'm promising people they will get? If you want to focus on helping people get strong and build muscle, then you would choose colors based on that. If your target is showing people how to break free from dieting, and you want to bash all the diets, and you want to just show them how to live a healthier lifestyle, then you would choose words according to that message that you want to portray. But the message has to be consistent. You have to stick to that message, and that's pretty much your mission statement. When it comes to my business, my mission statement is to help busy professionals. So that's my target market. That's my ideal client, a busy professional. So my mission is to help busy professionals enrich the life of their pets so that they may live happy, healthy, and free. Busy professionals have a hard time pampering their pets and taking them to the groomer and making sure they're healthy and taking them to the vet. So I identify the problem, and I am the solution. My company is the solution to that problem. So when you have a problem and you have a solution, people are willing to invest in you, and they're willing to pay because they believe in you, because they trust you, because you show them loyalty, because you show up, and because you have consistency. That's how it all wraps up pretty much. Like I said, what is the core mission and core values of your brand? What is your current style? You can identify where you're at now, where you want to go as point A and point B. Are your photos, posts, and videos communicating that message, showcasing that style? Does this style appeal to your target market? So when you're putting content out there, you would say, would this help my ideal client? Would this help my target market? Would my target market like this? Who in your industry in this scenario would be coaching? So who in the Beachbody world or coaching, health and wellness coaching, do you admire, and why are you attracted to their brand? What do you feel has made them successful in their branding? What do you want your consumers to experience? So when someone comes to you, they want to have the experience. So what do you want your customers to experience? And you can choose specific words that you can stick to that will help with everything. This is where posting will become so easy. It will be second nature when they come into contact with your brand. So create a brand, create a Word document, an image on PicMonkey or Canva, or simply folder containing all of your visual elements that represents your brand, and start brainstorming vibe, colors, fonts, tone, etc. You can use Google Images, search, and Pinterest to get ideas. I actually went into Michelle Myers. She's got stock photos, which is something I didn't mention. I didn't want to go too much into that because I know I'm already throwing a lot at you, but stock photos are amazing because they're created pretty much for a specific person. So if you go into Michelle Myers, she has like about 6 galleries. One for Faith, she's got like 12 pictures. Then she's got another one for planning, and it's got like different planners and things like that. And I chose like 4 pictures from her stock photos that helped me create my cover photo. And this is what my graphic designer put together. This is my mood board on the left, which is Kate Spade is my font, is my main font with open sans. And this is pretty much portraying pampering your pet. So when you think of pampering your pet, you think of spending time with them. You think of giving them their space. You think of caressing the kitty. You think of giving them a specific treat. And the top picture represents the busy professional, the lifestyle where they're carrying their books and going to work. And then on the bottom, you'll see the colors that we first started working with. And then that purplish blue is my accent color. And then the pink next to it is the one that I use second. And then on the right, you'll see the neutrals that I spoke about. And on the right picture, you'll see my logo. So that's my primary logo. And these are my 4 see my 4 colors that I stick to and I'm consistent with. And if you notice, it's very, very tiny, but you'll notice the hex code on the bottom of the color. So for example, I have a pet sitting software that I use, and it's amazing because I can stick to my branding. They allow me to choose the colors that I want for the software. So when they asked me for the colors, all I did was give them the hex code. I didn't have to go in there and try to figure out or like match the color to what I wanted it to look like. I just gave them the code and it was integrated into the software. My secondary logo, which is something that I can use for shirts when I'm walking dogs, is here. And then the submark is something that I can use elsewhere. These are my fonts. So if you notice, this is Kate Spade, where it says Baskerville, and on the bottom it says Open Sands. So I can, my fonts are consistent, and anytime I'm going to create something, if I'm going to create a website, this is my brand board. So on the left I have my mood board, on the right I have my brand board. So my brand board would be handed over to the person that is going to create my website. And by them looking at this, it helps giving them that visualization of what my brand stands for and what I want it to look like and stay consistent with. So that's pretty much like the work that that's pretty much what they base their work on. That's what I mean. And on the bottom, you'll see more pampered pets, busy professionals, and that doggy, that Chihuahua that wants to be a little independent and have his own space, but is well taken care of. And that's it when it comes to my presentation. Let's see. So these are examples of consistent, confident, and clear branding. This is Kimra. If you look at her stuff, she chose these colors, and I guess that helped her choose the color for her hair and her photo shoot that I can see she went to. If you look in the bottom, as I mentioned, to choose specific words that you want that stand out to you. So it says edgy, funky, bold, quirky, colorful, and artsy. So that's what it represents.
Hey, just a second. I don't think your screens are changing on our end. What's showing on our screen is still the Kate Spade in your mood board for me. Did you change screens?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not changing.
Okay. What about now?
It's moving. Just a second. It's in the middle of moving. I should send you a screenshot, but do you guys see it where it's like a swooped halfway? Okay, it's not just me. Just make it.
Yeah, it froze.
Froze. Hi, baby. You're doing great, girl.
Yeah, you are.
Beautiful. Okay, perfect. We see that.
Okay. All right. So these are examples. This is Kimra Luna. So these are the words that she chose that she wanted for her brands when she was brainstorming. Edgy, funky, bold, quirky, colorful, artsy. So you want to choose words that represent you, who you are, because you are the face of your brand. That helped her, as you can see, she went to go take professional photos. And that's what helped her choose her hair color and her leggings. So she's staying consistent with her colors. Here's Emily Williams. So she chose pink. As you can see, is a very clear and professional shot. Pink flowers, and I heart coaching. So she, when she chose her font for her quotes, she's staying, her dress is the same color as her font on her quotes. So the thing about brand recognition is that you want people to stop when they're scrolling. You want them to stop, and you want them to see like, oh wow, this is amazing. Like, it's very clear, very professional. But the main thing about brand recognition is that they know it's you. Like literally, like I know people who are doing a great job. Like I'm scrolling, and I see a picture, and I already know it's that person, and then I catch myself. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I like scroll up, and it's that person. I'm like, they're doing an amazing. That's when you know they're doing a good job. So her thing is girly, pink, classy, feminine, luxury, and worldly. Those are the words that she chose, and then she was able to bring her brand to life. Here we have 31-day challenge. I guess these are sisters, Karina and Katrina. So their words are beachy, airy, and feminine. So based on those words, they're able to create content. Content will become so easy when you know your words, when you know what you stand for. You can also choose 5 things, just 5 things that you want to stand for, and just stay consistent with them. So if you can see, her wardrobe is very is almost the same colors as the shake that she drinks in the background. That turquoise is consistent with the blue background. The pool is turquoise and the beach is turquoise, and the cup that she's drinking is turquoise. So she's staying consistent with her colors. This is a perfect example of what I mentioned, and also on her smoothie busters, which are superfoods, I believe. So we already gal pals, goofy, pastels, and turquoise. Here we have Dana Lynn, which I see she's a bodybuilder. Bold font, red and white, black, bodybuilding, travel appearances in gyms, no excuses, hustle, goofy, loving couple. So loving couple, red. So she's got red shoes, red bra. I'm sorry, a sports bra, black. So black and red are I seem to be her main colors. And we all know Gary. I'm not gonna even try to pronounce his last name.
Brian will help you. Watch.
Vanderchuck.
Black, red, his font, he's using the same font in those 3 pictures in the bottom. He's all, hardcore, hustle hard, and he's staying very, he does an amazing job. He stays very consistent with his message and his colors. So on the bottom, without even looking at the words, it's clean, fresh, bold font. So I was able to tell you what he represents without even looking at the words, which is what you want. You want it to be a representation of what you stand for. So clean, fresh, bold font, white font, message, consistency, intense, profanity, and no BS. So that is it. And I want to show you what I meant about my pet sitting software. So we'll see. Precise pet care.
Yeah, Peyton really wants to do this too. We might have to have you help him. How old do you have to be to do this? Set it up.
I think 18. Honestly, I would have to look into it. But I have a pet sitting coach, which I'm learning and attaining everything from. And I can show you how to do it. It's super easy, honestly. On the left, you see. Can you see Can you see my background?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you see my submark. I chose a submark because it's a very tight space, and it's circular, so it's easy to use. So I have my submark there. I have my accent color, which I showed you, which is the same color as the bone. And then I don't want to brag about my numbers. Sorry.
I didn't even see.
Pretty much you have everything here, you know, the billing, the scheduling. Let me see. Okay, so administrative, my accounts, my plan. Okay, site, think of site options, site options. Okay, so branding. So I go down. I chose my submark, which is how I was able to incorporate this. And then I just got the code that I have on my brand board, and I just plugged it in here. I played with the colors until I was able to find something clean and clear that represented my brand.
And what's cool is that you might already have plans to say this, but PicMonkey and Canva, and probably any Word program that you have on your computer, what you're using for graphics, you can still use the exact same code in all of those places. There's an option to pick your own color. So not just on these websites like she's showing you, even in the free, free graphic designing websites like Canva and PicMonkey.
Yep. So do I have any questions so far? Do I have any questions?
I just found it all very interesting.
Is this new to you guys? Have you heard this before?
I haven't heard it before.
We had Melissa's graphic designer who did my banners on the top. She did one, but her whole concept was more about how to use Canva to create things. So I knew how to do the colors, and I knew the importance of using the same font, and I still don't listen, even though I know that. I'm so creative. I'm always changing my mind about what I like and what looks pretty that month. And so you did a really good job of explaining why you put it together, you know, how you pick the colors. So I would love to work with you. I mean, are you thinking about maybe doing something like this for other people and getting paid to do that, or do you not have time?
It's not my vision. I can help you, and I can send the perfect referral that you know you're not gonna get. Your money is gonna be worth it.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of research, and I'm willing to help, so I'm not gonna charge. So my vision is, you know, the pet sitting and dog walking, and then I want to have pet sitters come in and take over the visits, and where I can choose what I want to do. If I want to do walks that day, I go and do some walks, you know, to keep showing my face. But I have the freedom to travel. I have the freedom to take a day off. I have the freedom to wake up when I want to, even though I'm trying to wake up earlier and work out.
Mm-hmm.
But I live a very active lifestyle where I walked 3 hours total today on top of my hour workout with Autumn. So my thing was, when I make the decision to, you know, delegate my visits and my walks, because it's a lot right now, and it's picking up really, really fast. And I have a very strong feeling that it's because of the branding that I'm choosing, because I didn't start posting on social media until about a week ago. But I was I was engaging my customers. That's another thing that I would love to talk to you about, but I know that's a whole different topic. But I started getting on the phone and potential clients, and I started asking them what their needs are, and I started asking them what they want and what they desire from a pet sitter. And if they could have anything from a pet sitter, what would it be? So I started asking them these questions, and I started I would tell them, I don't want to just throw anything on my website. Like, I want to know what you want and what you need, because I want to deliver something that's going to be valuable to you. Kind of like looking forward to it. So what do you think about this logo? What do you think about this color? Do you like it? Do you not like it? I asked so many questions. I've done about 10 questionnaires, And I know that I can get on the phone with someone and I know if they're my ideal client or not. It's that crazy. I can identify them by just looking at them. I can identify them by having a conversation with them. So you know where you put your efforts into. So my thing is when I make the decision to delegate and have pet sitters take over the business where I'm able to step a little back, I want to do this for coaching. So this is just one topic. Like I have so much that I know and that I learned that I can apply and that I am applying. It's just a different industry, but it's still business. So it can still be applied and it still works. Yeah. So
I think what I need is someone.
If you have any questions, I mean, I'm willing to help anyone.
Yeah, what I'm thinking, you know, with what I'm doing, because I've had a couple of different things created, you know, but I didn't stop and take the time to think about the words and things like that. So maybe even if one morning where you don't have any walks or something, maybe after your workout, we could just sit down and just say, okay, you know, like, because from the outside looking in, you know, I'm your coach, so you know what you're looking for when you meet me and you connected. So maybe even knowing your ideal client, which you are mine, right? What you think when you look, because, what you think when you look, because I'm not. It's echoing. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe something like that, even if you're not doing the whole thing, but just kind of help me with the words and the coloring. And maybe we can even do like a brainstorming session with more than one person too, so to take better, you know, utilize your time the best we can and just think about that color wheel and what colors we should use. And then let us like kind of go from what you help us write down, you know, the words and just like a working session, I guess, specifically on doing it. Because I keep saying I want to, and I don't.
Yeah.
It's not fun for me to think about the details like that. It's not fun. But like you said, once you get it done, you know that's why your business is having success that it is. And it's true. Like if I think about coaches that I really am drawn to visually, and I'm a visual learner, so you think that I'd done this already. The like Chelsea Pearson, you know, Bonnie Engel, some of those coaches that I know who they are because if I'm scrolling, I recognize their graphics, their fonts. And I think some of them have changed. They're not super consistent from year after year, but for the most part, or maybe they're just fine tuning that too, you know? So.
Yeah, I can do a brainstorming session, like you said, like a morning. It would probably need to be around 7 a.m.
Really?
Ideal.
For you?
I would wake up.
I'm just teasing you. You're like, if it's for this, see, you have to have something that you're so excited that you jump out of bed no matter what time it is, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It helps. It helps.
So, yeah, I can do like a brainstorming session where I help you guys gather the questions that are important to ask your ideal client, and then getting on the phone with them. You know, it's all about confidence. So if you can identify some fears and insecurities you have, because I've been there, you have to write them down and you have to get to the root of the problem and ask God to help you find the root of that fear. Like maybe it's a lie you're believing and it's not true, but fear makes us believe lies that don't help us, and you know, it's an obstacle. It doesn't help us move forward. So, you know, you have to identify, is it fears, insecurities, or is it that I don't have a game plan? But, you know, having that confidence within, and then people hearing that personal, something that my coach keeps telling me, you have to give it that personal touch. So by people hearing that, you know, getting that personal, that confidence levels that assures them that you have to be confident that you're going to give them that result, that experience, you know, and asking the right questions, you'll be able to know, and like know what their needs are, know what they want and what they desire from a coach. So yeah, a brainstorming session would be amazing.
I can't wait for you to watch this back.
I can give you guys feedback on your page. I don't want to make this too long, but I can give you guys feedback on that brainstorming session and see what words you guys have put together, and then help you guys get some colors in. And then when you have everything and you have that brainstorming session where you just drop everything down, then that's when you can start researching photographers in your area and then choosing the right person to get it done.
Well, you just blew this out of the water. You were amazing. I cannot believe how much you've grown. I know that Elena can probably attest to it too, because she's known you just as long as I have, and it's.
I love it, and I keep thinking of her. I'm going to teach you Spanish. I am.
I have to tell you, Kat, this is totally sidetracking everything, but somebody called me again today, and I actually held my own in the conversation. I had to open Google Translate, and I had to use it, but I was able to talk to her. I'm starting.
You keep thinking, you pop up in my head, dude, and I'm like, okay, I have to sit down one day and be like, what are we going to do?
That's awesome. You did a really good job. Thank you so much for the time that you put into this presentation today. I know you had other things going on, and you did an amazing job. I'm blown away.
Thank you.
Just
and this is just like I put it together, but I'm like,
Yeah, it happens. Sometimes we just run out of time, but getting it done is better than perfect, and you're working through that. So I know that's hard for you because you're my little perfectionist, and it looked great. Great. I could ever thought of that.
But it's I love giving back. I love coaching. What it's doing for me, it's building my confidence levels. I realized, my coach has helped me get to the root of the problems. So it's when we get upset, when we get frustrated, when we have a dilemma or the situation, we have to ask ourselves, what triggered that? Is it self-esteem? Is it love? Or is it self-worth? So just an example, my mom, one day, one of the dogs peed on the floor, and she grabbed the paper, and I believed that she cleaned it. So I went ahead and I pressed play, and I started working out. She passed by, and my mom's leg, she has arthritis or, some sort of bone thing that we're trying to figure out. So she is very frustrated. She's going through a lot. So she said herself, she's like, you don't think of me, you don't love me. And I don't know what else she said. So she kept walking. She goes, I can fall. So then in that moment, I believed what she said. So then I finished my workout, and I grabbed my dogs, and I left, because it's helped me so much. That's how this even started. It's helped me so much emotionally. So I just grabbed my dogs, and I went out, and I went for a walk, and I broke down, and I reached out to my coach, and she goes, what triggered it? You are upset and you're dealing with this right now because you believed a lie about yourself, and your mom believed a lie about herself. So what is the lie? I go, I was thinking really, like brainstorming. I go, I believed what my mom said. I believed that I don't love her and that I don't appreciate her. So that made me feel horrible as a person. I felt like, all these lies came into my head. I'm not a good daughter. I don't care about my mom. I don't care about my mom. My mom could have fell. It could have been my fault. Like all these scenarios and fears and things just started popping in my head that it took me to an emotional breakdown. So, it's just getting to the root of the problem. Is it self-worth? Is it self-esteem or is it love? So my foundation of love is God. So I just started seeking him more, and having that love inside of me and poured out on a daily has transformed me, my heart. So self-esteem goes back to coaching. I didn't have any confidence where I couldn't even take a picture. If you scroll through my Facebook, you won't see a picture of me and a selfie, but you will soon, but I've gotten to the point where I can take a picture and say I'm beautiful. I am confident. I'm growing. I have muscles. Like, it's been amazing. So I want to do this whole thing for coaching, but I have to take it one step at a time.
Yeah. All the good stuff was at the end. I'm glad I kept recording. All right. Well, I will let you guys go. Thank you so much, Katherine. Again, I appreciate it.
If you guys have any questions, don't worry about my schedule. Just message me. I'm here for you. Let me know, Janice, when you want to schedule the brainstorming session, and I'll make myself available.
Okay, well, how about you check my, Friday morning around the time that would work best for you? That way it's still fresh on our minds Wednesday, and then we do it without forgetting what you've taught us, and then it'll be done right away. I think sometimes taking that action right away and not letting something else get in the way of sitting down and doing the work that it takes to start it. So check Friday for us, and if not Friday, then maybe Saturday. And then you can work out a little earlier with us. And that I'll force you to get up out of bed earlier because
Let's do Friday.
Okay. She's not even listening to me.
Sorry, no, I'm listening. I'm just looking at my schedule.
Did you hear me? I said I'm gonna force you to get out of bed earlier and work out.
I heard you. I get your messages. I'm like, oh shoot, time. It's time.
Time to get up. All right. So did you say 7:30? You think on Friday?
7 or 7:30. 7 is better for me.
7 your time or 8 your time?
7 my time.
Okay,
so
that's
6 a.m. for you guys.
6:30. Yeah, I'll be working out then. So what? 6:30, 7:30. I should be done by 7. That's 8 your time. Is that too late?
Okay, let's do 8. Yeah, that's fine. I get to sleep a little longer.
Okay, 7 a.m. And do you mind if I invite everybody on the team? Do you want to create like a little like a little graphic for your post to say, hey, brainstorming for branding, watch this video, and I'll get this video recorded.
Yes, and I'll use my brand colors.
Awesome.
Sorry, let me show you. I didn't show you my Facebook page.
Everybody write down our password.
I'm like, what is it? I've changed it so many times.
I'm thirsty.
Okay, so
Janice Burke.
Where? Oh yeah, you pop up first. There you go. You're having ice cream?
No.
Okay, so let me show you. This is someone that I recommend. So this is where I got my idea. So this is things that she stands for, and if you scroll through her page, you're gonna see a lot of lifestyle photos where she's not really looking at the camera, but she's enjoying her life. So that helped me create my page where I have my cover photo, and have the Frenchie there, have treats, the planner that I got from Michelle Myers, stock photos. This is another stock photo. This is another stock photo. And then these were found on Adobe. And then what my graphic designer did is that she changed the color of my shirt. If you notice, my shirt is red. So she changed my colors. This leash was another color. She changed it to match my brand. And then this was another color, and she changed it to pink. So I know there's a lot of detail, but it makes a difference. So if you scroll down, nature, doggy, grass, grass, grass. Me chasing after my dog. Today was National Pet Day. And then you'll see another pet. So, Frenchie, it's consistent, Here, the reason why my coach said this was so, it worked well, and I had lots of shares. So this is my business cards. So that's my logo, and I targeted a specific audience, which is busy professional. I help busy professionals. So my mission statement is clear: enrich the lives of their pets so they may live happy, healthy, and free. Then I have a question: do you know someone who works long hours, travels? So when I say that, you think of people. Do you know someone who works long hours? 1, travels. 2, and owns a pet of their own. It's very specific. Not just, do you know someone who would love this? No. Do you know someone who da 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 da? So I'm giving something of value. I'm giving something for free, because some people may not know me. So I'm giving something for free to show my face. I'm giving them a free walk. So again, thank you so much for standing, for caring so much for pets. And then I had 2 shares and 26 likes, and another Frenchie. And then my pack walk, this did really well, about 17, 18 likes. That's my coach, Mia. That's her Frenchie. She does a good job too, if you want to check out her page. And then, where is it? Okay, sorry. So if you look at this picture, I have my pink nails that represents the color of my brand, and nature, which is my palm trees. So that's consistency. And then, sorry, someone's messaging me. And then I have, where is it? Where I launched the business, when I kind of just went for it. I was very specific too. I said, are you a busy professional? Busy professional is a target market, who is finding it hard to give your dog the tender love and care you want him to have. TLC. Are you located in Coral Gables, Coconut Grove, South Miami, Doral? Very specific locations. If you answered yes to these questions, I'm offering a value free walks all next week. These are things that can be plugged in. And then Pamper My Pet is my, pampered pets. That's my tagline. So comment below with Pamper My Pet and I'll reach out to you. Sharing is caring. I didn't even have to ask people to share it. That sharing is caring. You can even use that hashtag. 9 shares, about 45 likes and loves. It did really, really good. I had 16 loves and 29 likes. So that's just an example. God, I'm always going to share him. So
Yeah.
So even if I have 1 like, I don't care.
That's right.
But I'm attracting people that, the right people that I want to work with. So, so that's an example of my posting and my branding.
Awesome.
So, alrighty. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll get the recording up and we'll get a definite, or we're going to do Friday at 6 a.m. your time. Elena, I don't know what you're doing at that time of the day. You're busy, probably already up and out the door with kiddos. But we'll just
Friday. Wait, you said Friday 6 a.m. my time?
No, that'd be Elena's time 6.
Oh.
My time 7. Your time 8. Yeah,
okay.
She's Mountain Standard Time.
She can message me whenever she's available, and I'll work with her.
You're so professional. I love it. Okay. I'll let you guys go to bed. I'm tired. Good night. Have a great day. I'll get the recording. All right, bye. I love seeing you guys. Bye, Angel. Bye, Mama. Bye, Chiseros. Bye, Brian.